The city that I'm about to showcase to you has constantly been debated whether it is a safe city or not. Several online forums have been posted discussing about tourist safety. Honestly, this was not a planned trip, so I literally had no idea of places I should be visiting until I landed here in Phnom Penh. In this visit of mine, I'll be showing you historical places and discussing my honest review of this magnificent city. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so I have made it to the Independence Monument. As you can see right behind me, that's the Independence Monument, and it is a very famous monument in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh. So this was actually erected to commemorate the independence, because Cambodia as such was actually colonized by France, and they gained the independence somewhere in 1953, and this was erected somewhere in 1958. So this is the famous Independence Monument that you can see over here. We are about to check out and see what it's like to cross the road here in Phnom Penh. Let's see. Okay, check out the traffic, guys. Alright, we made it. So this monument over here that you see is actually built in the heart of the city itself, and it is very near to all the government complexes that they have over here. It is so beautifully adorned, and it is right in the middle of the road. So the way to pay their respect to this monument is to circle around it. So that is why they have put this in the middle of the road, and you can get to see a lot of cars going around this monument. And right next to this monument is this famous temple, which was constructed to commemorate the passing of the late king in Cambodia. So this is the statue of the late king that you can see over here. Anyone entering this monument, I'm not really sure whether it's open or not, but I've not seen any foreigners or any tourists walking inside this monument over here. So we are all observing it from a distance. If ever you're planning to come to Phnom Penh, so this is one of the places that you have to visit and see. So this monument was actually constructed or was made after they gained the independence from France, because Cambodia was under the French colonization before, and they gained the independence somewhere in 1953. And this monument that you see right behind me was made in 1958. So you can just see how beautifully this is decorated. But I don't see many people entering this monument. I think many people are observing this monument from a distance over here. And right next to this monument, you can get to see this beautiful park over here. And next to this park, you can get to see the famous statue of the former king of Cambodia. So they made this statue just to pay the respect to the former king who passed away in 2013, and he is considered to be the father of this nation. You can see the small temple that they have made, and right outside the temple they have paid their respects to the former king. And we happen to be on this specific day when it's actually considered to be the death anniversary of the former king, and this is where they have actually placed their flowers to pay their respects. Is 15th of October, so today is considered to be the death anniversary of the former king, who is considered to be the father of this nation. It's beautifully decorated in gold. I believe gold symbolizes prosperity in the Buddhist culture. You'll be wondering, why have I come to Phnom Penh? And some of you may be wondering, is Phnom Penh a safe city to visit? Well, we are about to discover and find out. But so far, from whatever I have seen and experienced, I have not witnessed anything which is considered to be unsafe. It is quite nice, and Cambodia, as such, is also, it seems to be quite prosperous also. And the funny thing about this country is that they don't drive on the right side of the road. I mean, like, the steering wheel is not on the right side; it's actually on the left side. I mean, in most of the Asian countries, you can get to see that the steering wheel is actually on the right side of the car. But in Cambodia, it's a bit different over here. So, if you were to ask me what's my first reaction on Phnom Penh city, I would say that it's quite similar to what Bangkok is. I mean, in terms of architecture, in terms of the city layout, it looks quite identical to Bangkok, more or less. And I would say maybe Phnom Penh could be the sister of Bangkok city as such. But this is not something which most of the Cambodians would like to hear, because when I was about to land in Phnom Penh airport, I just happened to look into the window and I saw a lot of high-rise buildings here in Phnom Penh. And I was telling myself, is this Bangkok? I mean, like, are we landing back in Bangkok again? But then the passenger right behind me was saying, no, this is not Bangkok, this is Cambodia, this is Phnom Penh. And I was like, wow, I mean, Phnom Penh as such is a capital city of Cambodia, and it seems to be progressing and it seems to be developing also, because you get to see a lot of high-rise buildings. So right behind this monument, you can get to see that this entire place is shrouded with a lot of high-rise buildings. And the reason why I say this seems to be a modern city is because check these stores, guys. They have mini stores. They have a lot of, Western brands and Western retail shops over here. Looks fairly clean also. This hotel, guys, you can even see the Shangri-La Hotel. There are lots of residential areas around this place. In Cambodia, you can get to see a lot of auto rickshaws, or they will call it tuk-tuk over here. So it looks quite similar and identical to the one which you can find in India or in Sri Lanka. And this could be like the fastest way to commute from one place to another, and that too for an economical price. A lot of tuk-tuks over here. I've never seen gold building before, so this is the first time I'm getting to see a window which is painted or tainted in gold color. That's nice. And the reason why I say that this city is quite identical to the one that you can find in Bangkok is because of these golden monuments and these golden structures. And there's a lot of temples also over here. So it is worth noting that Cambodia as such is a Buddhist country. So you can get to see a lot of Thai style temples over here. So this is a fountain actually, adorned in a shape of a snake. So this is called Naga Arch. What does Cambodia script look like? So this is the Cambodian language though. It looks quite similar to Thai if you look at it from a distance, but it is not. I made friends with a cat. Check out this big temple, guys. There seems to be some kind of a palace or something. It looks very beautiful, and it has a pagoda also. Okay guys, so right behind me you can get to see a lot of shops, a lot of Chinese shops over here, or it could be Korean, I'm not really sure, but you can get to see a lot of shops. So it reminds you like as if you're walking in some Chinatown area. Right inside here it seems to be the Golden Street. Maybe you can get a lot of barbecues and other kebab related items and Chinese foods. We we are about to cross one bridge which looks like a swan. So I'm just about to show you now. Swan Bridge, guys. So this is a small bridge which is in the shape of a swan. And we'll be crossing over to that bridge so that we can get to see the City Hall. And let's see what City Hall has to offer. Okay, so alright guys, so we're crossing this Swan Bridge. And right next to this bridge is this backwaters. So you can get to see a lot of colorful buildings nearby. And right next to it, you can get to see the buildings from the British colonial times with a clock tower on it. So it's a mix of old and new, which makes this city quite beautiful.